It's always satisfying jumping on your bike in London and overtaking the traffic, cycling along the cycle paths along the Thames. So the Cooper bikes, we spend a lot of time on the design, making them work well, but also look beautiful at the same time. And even more so now, we do e-bikes for the city. I always choose the bike as the best mode of transport to get about, but at the weekends, I might jump in my Mini to have a bit of fun. This is the Mini that's been in the family the longest. So my grandfather used to drive this occasionally, didn't he? There's a picture of me when I'm about 3 years old standing next to him.
Yeah.
And this car.
Yeah, and I mean, I had that car when I was 17 years old, and it's still in the family, which is fantastic, you know.
In front of the 65 Mark I Cooper S, you've got Jackie Stewart's Formula 3 car. It's a Mini engine in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the A-Series engine, and it was tested at Goodwood by Bruce McLaren, but a young Scottish guy came along, and so they gave Jackie Stewart a run, and he was almost as quick as Bruce straight away. And my father said, sign him up now. And they signed the contract there, and then Ken Tyrrell and Jackie went on and won the Formula 3 championship the following year. The rest is history.
And this year, it's a special celebration of the Mini Cooper, 60 years of the Mini Cooper. So at Goodwood, there's an all-Mini Cooper race, which is the first time it's all Mini Cooper, isn't it?
Yes, it's 30 Mini Coopers lining up for a 40-minute race.
We'll be doing it in one Boa, a Swift Tune engine, but it's still pretty much exactly the same as it would have been in the 60s, isn't it?
We wanted it to be as authentic to the 60s cars as possible, and it's got all the trim in it, it's got the passenger seat. It's a Cooper, but it is a replica of the works cars of the early 60s.
It's amazing to have Nick, who builds the engines, but also who is one of the top 3 classic Mini drivers in the world, to be giving me some tips and showing me how to go around Goodwood a little bit faster.
Our relationship with Swift Tune goes back a long way. So he was the obvious choice, and we're so glad we did go to Nick, because it's a wonderful car.
My first race here at Goodwood was only a few years ago. BMW Group Classic kindly invited me to race their Mini Cooper S. So this year will be the 3rd time I've raced here at Goodwood. The circuit is still the same as it always has been. We can come here and test in our Mini Cooper S and feel like they used to back in the day when they used to test here. So it's a special place, a special circuit. I think every generation of my family's actually been involved in a race.
My grandfather, Charlie Cooper, drove at Goodwood in the late 40s, followed by my father. He drove at Goodwood as well. And I was very fortunate to drive in the St Mary's Trophy in 2009.
You only lasted 1 lap though, didn't you?
Don't talk about that. He's going to put that in, I know.
I'm Charlie Cooper.
I'm Mike Cooper, and the Mini has been part of our family since 1961.